I stopped using ChatGPT for business decisions about a year ago and switched entirely to Claude. This is going to be controversial for some of you. I'm going to tell you exactly why I made the switch, what it's worth to my business, and where I think ChatGPT still belongs in the stack. Spoiler, it's not gone. But the role has changed. I run a business that depends on AI quality. We deploy AI receptionists, AI appointment setters, AI lead recovery for small businesses. I have direct financial stake in picking the best models for each job. For 3 years, I used ChatGPT exclusively, from 3.5 days through 4 Turbo into 4.0. I built workflows around it. I wrote prompts that worked specifically for OpenAI's quirks. I had it dialed in. Then, about a year ago, I started testing Claude side by side, not as a casual experiment. Real production work, sales scripts, strategic analysis, customer correspondence, client deliverables. After 3 months of head to head comparison, I migrated almost everything. This is the breakdown of why and where ChatGPT still wins, where Claude wins. 5 areas where the difference is significant. 1. Voice consistency. When I train Claude on my brand voice, the voice stays locked across hundreds of outputs. ChatGPT drifts. Within 20 prompts, you're getting hedging language, corporate speak, generic AI assistant tone creeping back in. Claude holds the voice. For a business that lives or dies by content quality, this is enormous. 2. Reasoning depth on complex business problems. When I'm working through a pricing decision or a positioning question or a client situation, Claude follows the thread further before losing it. ChatGPT tends to give shallower analysis and stop. Claude pushes through. The difference shows up most when the problem has multiple competing constraints, which most business decisions do. 3. Following instructions. If I tell ChatGPT, do not use bullet points, it will use bullet points within the next response. Claude doesn't. If I tell Claude, use direct response style, no quotation marks for emphasis, third-person business voice, it executes that consistently for hundreds of outputs. 4. Honesty about limitations. When I ask Claude to do something it can't do well, it tells me. ChatGPT tries to fake it. The faking shows up as confidently wrong answers, hallucinated facts, made up statistics. Claude says, I'm not confident in this answer. Here's why. For business work where wrong information is expensive, this matters more than people realize. 5. Long context handling. I can dump a 30-page document into Claude and have it work with the whole thing. ChatGPT hits its limits faster and starts losing track of what's at the top of the context. For deep work, this is the deal breaker. Now, the honest other side, ChatGPT still beats Claude in some real ways. 3 areas where I still use it. 1. Image generation. DALL-E and OpenAI's image tools are miles ahead of anything Anthropic has shipped. For visual content, ad creative, social images, product mock-ups, ChatGPT's image generation is the best in the consumer space right now. It's not close. 2. Speed for casual queries. ChatGPT responds faster on simple questions. If I just need a quick fact or a quick rewrite, the speed advantage matters. Claude's responses are deeper but slower. 3. The ecosystem. ChatGPT has more third-party integrations, more plugins, more developer mindshare. If you're building something that needs to slot into an existing ecosystem, ChatGPT's compatibility wins. For my business specifically, I use ChatGPT for image generation and quick edits. I use Claude for everything that requires deep thinking, voice consistency, or long-form output. The split is roughly 90% Claude, 10% ChatGPT. Now the math. Both subscriptions cost about the same. Claude Pro is $20 a month. ChatGPT Plus is $20 a month. The cost is identical. What's different is the quality of output per dollar. Claude produces output I can ship without heavy editing about 80% of the time. ChatGPT produces output I can ship without heavy editing about 50% of the time. The remaining 50% for ChatGPT requires my time to fix. My time is worth a lot more than $20 an hour. If I'm spending an extra hour per day editing ChatGPT output that I wouldn't spend editing Claude output, that's 20 hours a month. At even a modest $100 per hour valuation of my time, that's $2,000 a month of hidden cost on the ChatGPT side. The visible cost is identical. The hidden cost is enormous. This is why operators who haven't done the math underestimate how much the AI choice matters. They look at the subscription and think, same price doesn't matter. Then they spend hours editing. The principle: pick AI tools the same way you pick employees. Don't pick the cheapest one. Pick the one whose output you can ship with the least editing. For voice heavy work, deep reasoning, long context, instruction following, Claude wins, period. For images, speed, ecosystem, ChatGPT still wins. Most operators benefit from running both, not picking one. Where the operator class is making mistakes is treating these tools as interchangeable. They're not. The differences are real, and they compound across hundreds of outputs. If you're a Claude Pro user already and you've never tried ChatGPT for image work, try it this week. If you're a ChatGPT user who's never tried Claude for serious business writing, try it this week. Run a real test on real work. Don't trust my opinion. Trust the comparison. Drop a comment with which tool you use today and what you primarily use it for. I want to see how operators in this audience are splitting their stack. Subscribe for more videos like this. Long-form, opinionated, math-driven analysis on the AI tools and architectures that actually matter for small business operators. Link to atss.pro in the description for the services my company delivers using this stack. See you next week.